Welcome, pool players. Josh Powell here. You're watching Amateur Pool. You're watching another doubleheader from the Crescent Lake in 8-ball tournament. This is just a local cash tournament. It's a lot of fun. This is a winner's side match, race to 2. Myself, Josh, versus Frank Reyes. Frank's a good shot, so this proves to be a really good match here. Frank won the flip, so he's going to break. We are playing the match before the king seat match. If you're not familiar with the king seat matches, all it means is it's the last 2 people standing on the winner's side of the bracket. So whoever wins out of me and Frank will play the other person for the finalist of the winner's side bracket. If that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, hit yourself in the head with a hammer. Come back later. Frank broke dry. I'm looking at what I can do here. Just looking the table over, I think I like stripes better because of that 7-ball. I see the 9's blocked by that 1 as well, but the 1's so close to the pocket, I think you can make them both there. As long as you get the right angle, you can make the 1, hit the 9, make the 1, and the 9 will follow into the pocket afterwards. I'm going to start with this purple ball. I think, what is that, the 12 ball? I think I should roll forward and shoot the 15 next, because that 15 is probably my second hardest shot. That's not what I did there, though. I shaped it for the other side pocket. Now, maybe I can roll forward on this one and just create a little separation on that, that other ball over there. Is that the 9 ball? No, that might be the 9 ball over there next to the 2. It's hard to see the colors when it's the white part facing the camera here. So I could knock that stripe by the 1. I could knock that in right now with the 1, but I'd like to get a better angle. Yeah, that must be the 9 ball because it looks yellow, and I was just looking to make sure I could make it. So it must be the 9 ball up there with the 2. This one down here is probably like the 13 ball. It looks like an orangish color. All right, I'm going to take that green stripe, which is the 14. Come back to shape that shot where I can make both of these. Yep, that's what I'm calling. Calling them both. Like Babe Ruth calling your shot, you know, pointing to the stands. What am I going to shape from here, though? I'm trying to look. I'm not seeing nothing great. Oh, I didn't even hit it very smooth. So that 13 ball didn't roll forward very much because my stroke wasn't super smooth. And if your stroke's not smooth, then you kind of lose that momentum and it just kind of dies when it makes contact with the object ball. That was a poor stroke is the reason I missed that shot. Bottom line, really. Now we got Frank up at the table here. He's looking at solids. I think, Frank's a good shot. There's a good chance he gets out here. Good chance. We'll see what he does. He's going to shoot that 3 in the side. Probably roll forward up. Oh, he almost opened up that 7. Now he can either cut the 6 in. He might be able to shoot the 2. I can't tell if it has room to go past that 9 ball or not. Okay, he's going with the 6. Nice. He got the breakout on the 7. That was his trouble ball. That's what he needed. Now he's looking pretty good. The 7's not completely clear yet. Oh, he's going to take care of it now. It goes past the 8 ball into that other corner. It was a good shot. It was a good shot to take, you know. Regardless, you make it, you miss it, that was the right shot for him to take. He doesn't normally miss that shot, to be honest with you, so it's kind of surprising. I was over there sitting comfortable in my chair thinking next time I got up would be to rack, but here I am at the table. See if I can finish this rack out. Bottom left on this one and come back. Ooh, okay. I got to shoot that 9 in the side from here. It's not the best angle in the world to shoot that shot, but it's what a shot. It's the only shot I got, so I've got to shoot that here. Problem is my cue ball is going to run up into either the 2 or the 4. Luckily, I have that duck, the 13 ball, sitting in the pocket, so it really doesn't matter where I end up on shapes as long as I'm not frozen to another ball. I should be able to make that 13 from just about anywhere and then shape that 11. Should hit this firm. I don't want to get froze behind another ball, so yep, hit it firm. Make sure if it hits something, it moves it away It doesn't just stay right behind it, you know. So I'll edge the 13. I'll just graze the left side of the 13 and use a little bit of left English here. Careful not to run into the 8 ball and just come straight up kind of towards that side pocket for shapes on the 11. Okay, I put a lot of spin and hit it more full and went under the 8. Problem with that is that spin, when it hits the rail, it picks up speed. So when I hit it fairly soft, but that spin made it fly, and now I'm in a spot where I don't like it, you know. I don't like this cut. It's too sharp. It's not a cut that you can't make, you know. You don't feel super worried about it when you see it. But when you have to worry about shaping the 8 off it with outside spin and avoiding that scratch in the side pocket and the 7 ball, it makes this shot pretty tough. Good news is the 7 ball doesn't hinder the right side of the cue ball, which is where I need to hit this. Okay, yeah, I overcut that. Had my mind on the shapes. I'm 100% certain of that. And just lost focus on my actual shot. This is a rookie error, you know. You've got to make the shot first before you can shape something. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Come on. Frank's going to cut that 7 in. I'm not sure the 5 goes past my 11 ball. If it doesn't, he can bump it right here if he shoots the 2. He's going to shoot the 4 first, and he'll probably shoot the 2 in the side. And if he needs to, he can shape the... Ooh, I was going to say he could shape the 5 short side and then play it down table, but man, he really just put himself in a tough spot. Let's see what he does here. It almost, where he's standing, he's almost looking at cutting the 2 into the 5 and comboing the 5 up past my 11 ball. That's a crazy shot. If he makes that, I will be thoroughly impressed. That's what he called. Okay. He kind of played it two-way. He played it soft. That way I didn't have a good shot. I don't think I can back cut this, and it's kind of touching the 5, so it makes it that much harder. I'm probably going to look at just barely rolling up to it. If I push it into the 5 and push the 5 on the rail and leave the cue ball right behind the 11 and 5, might be able to get a decent safety out of it. We shall see. Because I don't think I can make it. If it wasn't on the 5 like that, I probably could cut it in. But with it being on the 5, I don't think it's possible. Yeah, that's a good safe. That's about all I could do there. That's about all I could do. Now, he can probably kick behind this 5 and just leave me right there where I'm almost frozen on my own, almost frozen on my own ball like that. I don't think he froze me, though, and he might have lined it. Yeah, look at that. I think he lined it up dead into that center pocket. You just got to be careful of the double hit here. So you have to shoot this with really like a masse shot. You know, jack the back of your stick up in the air and come down on the cue ball so you don't double hit it. Make sure you get the cue ball or the cue stick out of the way, because the cue ball is going to come backwards. It's going to make it hard to shape that 8. I almost have to hit it with enough backspin to come back behind the 5, hit that rail, and then come up to the top rail and bounce off a little bit. And then I'm going to be left with a hellacious cut on that 8 ball. Yep. Yeah, this is the problem with that shot. Is look at this. Now I've got to shoot this cut from being frozen on the rail. I'm going to bank it. Yeah, either way, bank, cut, regardless, this is a tough shot. Being on the rail like that, I don't like it. I don't even like watching me shoot it, let alone shooting it. You know what I mean? I don't even like watching it, let alone shooting it. Yeah, move that chair, Josh, because that's going to make all the difference in the world, whether you make this or not. It's one of those times, you know, you don't like the shot, so you look at a way to procrastinate shooting the shot. You see the pros pick lint off the felt sometimes, you know. A lot of times it's they don't like the shot and they're just, you know, taking an extra second. All right, I called the bank like a moron. We're going to see if I can make it here. No, not even close. That was like in between a bank and a cut. That was a El Horrible shot. Frank's most definitely going to finish these out. If he doesn't, I will be thoroughly surprised. Probably put a top left on this one, or he could draw it. Yeah, he drew it. Good shot. That 8 ball's hindering him a little bit, but it's so close to the pocket, I don't think it matters much. And he'll probably just shoot the 8 back down table. Yeah. Yep. That should be it for the first game. It looks like Frank's going to take the first one and be up 1-0. Good guys are down. Man, can we come back? Okay, alternate break. So Frank got the first break. He won the flip. This is my break here. Hitting that second ball. See what happens. Can I make something? No, 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 no. Man, it was a decent spread. Just nothing went in. And that's a dangerous combination when you're playing Mr. Frank Reyes. You hit the cue ball. You hit the rack real nice and firm. Nice stroke. They break. They spread good. Nothing's touching itself. Nothing's touching another ball. Nothing's touching itself. Cut it out back there, little Timmy. We see you. We see you. Just because I'm not on camera doesn't mean I don't see you back there. Bottom line is it's a good break, and Frank's got a high percentage of running out here. I would say his percentage of running out this table is probably north of 70%. Oh, and as I say that, I cursed him. A commentator cursed him. Still amazes me I can do that on a pre-recorded match. Unreal. Yeah, I'm surprised I got another shot in real life there. I know that. I'm surprised commentating it back as well. So I'm going to take a second and look this table over. The 6 goes, I think I can make the 6 in the side, but it's tight. And if I can follow forward from there, I could shoot. I think the 7 will go past the 9 ball up into that corner, but it's a lot of ifs, you know. It's a lot of I think it'll work. We're going to see. I'm shooting that 6. All right, 6 did go. Just had to aim for the point, just inside the point there. Now, if I can shoot that 7 past the 9, I like shooting that one here, but it's a tough shot if it goes. If it's tight, shooting it from this angle is tough. I'm shooting this 4, which is nice. I can put some right spin on this and come back for the 7 in the side up by where the 15 ball sits. Or run into it. That might work out nice too. I put that 3 ball in a tough spot. Got to figure something out with that. I'm looking at where it can go right now. And what I was looking at there is if I get rid of the 2 and the 1, could I make that down table into that corner pocket? Because the 1 ball where it sits would lend, if I shot that in the upper right-hand corner, it would take me to that 3 ball for the bottom corner. It'd be a real easy shape, you know, as long as I get on the 1 ball right. So I'll probably draw this back and take care of the 2 next. That's what I'd like to do here. Just like that. Probably hit this one with inside spin, which is right spin, and come back around 3 rails for the 5 in the same pocket. At least that's what I'm seeing here. Shoot that 5 in the same pocket. I could probably do it with left spin too. Yep. Do it with left spin too. That worked out nice. That was even better. I like that better than the inside spin. Okay, now I've got an awkward angle here. I may have to just draw straight back up the table and figure out what I can do. Because I'm not seeing a clear path to get a good shape. I missed the shot. I did end up exactly where I wanted to be to finish that rack out, but I missed the dang shot, you know. You can't win if you miss the shot, guys. You can't win if you bobble the pocket and miss the shot. You think I'd learn my lesson after doing that so many times, but no, I like missing. You know. Meanwhile, Frank's gonna make me punish. He's gonna make me punished. He's gonna make it hurt. He's gonna punish me for it. Only thing he's got to figure out is that 10-15. You know, the 14 goes to the right. Yeah, that pocket he just pointed at. He's gonna shoot this combo, man. I like. Oh, eesh. This is a toughie. Let's see what he does. Let's watch the master at work. Oh, great try. That was a hard shot right there, I'll tell you. It was a hard shot. And he just blocked that bottom pocket, that bottom corner pocket for my 1 ball. So shooting this 3 ball now, there's nothing I can do. You know, if I could shape the 1 into the side, but once I do that, I can't get to the 5, so that doesn't even help me. The only thing I can see here is to make the 1 down in the pocket it's lined up for, down at that corner facing the camera, and power draw it back off the top rail down over by where that chalk's sitting below the side pocket. Then I could shoot the 5 ball from there and come up by the other side pocket to shoot the 1. Man, this is a tough out. Yeah, I'm looking. I wish that 1 would go down in that corner. I can shoot it in the side, but that doesn't get me to the 5 ball. So I don't really like it. I might be able to shoot it in the side and just roll forward a couple inches and take the long, extremely difficult cut on the 5. Looks like I'm gonna try a zip draw on this back, though. We're gonna see. Yeah, I don't like the shot, I can tell. I'm uncomfortable with it. Oh man. Guys, that's what happens when you jerk on your stroke. You line up extreme bottom like that and you really want to draw the hell out of it. If your stroke's not smooth, if you're jerky, if you move your head at all or your body at all, that's what happens. You know, and I was uncomfortable with the shot. My stroke showed it. And as a result, I just jumped the cue ball right off the table. Pretty embarrassing when you do that, but it happens. Everybody's done it, you know. It's not that big of a deal. Calm down, little Timmy. I know you do it. I've seen you do it. All right, Mr. Reyes back at the table now. Likely this will be the end of my winner's side. So if Frank beats me here, I'll have to win, I think, 2 matches on the loser's side to get to the final and get some redemption, you know. So stay tuned. That journey will come out in the next video. We'll see. We'll see if I can make it or not. I'm gonna drop 3 of these Crescent Lake videos in succession, so that way they're all up there. You guys can watch the end of this tournament all at once if you want. So keep your eyes out. If the new one's up and the other one isn't after, just check back in a few hours. It should be up shortly. Oh, good shot. He made them both. Made them both. And he's got a tough cut. He's on the 50-yard line. He's going to cut it into the side because he likes to avoid the scratch a little easier that way. And he makes it. That's it. Game over. Good shooting, Frank. That puts me on the loser side in our next match. So Frank moved directly to the king seat match. So this is the match. Whoever wins this match is the winner's side finalist. And they will be playing in the finals. Okay. So Frank beat me. He moved on. He's playing Martin. Martin was waiting for the winner of our match, so they're jumping right into it. Frank broke dry, and Martin's up at the table. So we're going to get a good look at Martin here. Martin's a pretty good shot. It's the first time he's played this tournament. He was visiting. He's from the UK. He's from London, I think he told me. And he actually lives in Arizona now. But he was up visiting some friends, and he likes pool, and he's pretty good at it, so he came to play our tournament. And he did pretty well. He's playing for the king seat right now, so... And there's some good shooters in this tournament. You know, I realize it's a small bar box tournament at a local bar, but there's probably 5 or 6 guys in here that can really shoot. You know, like any one of them could win this at any given night, just depending on who's shooting best at the time. So for Martin to come in first time and make it to the king seat match, he did well. All right, just shot that 2 ball. Didn't want to block up that 7 like that. That 15 ball now has cornered the market on that 7 ball. The 7 ball isn't going anywhere. He might be able to bank it into the side pocket cross side if he gets the right angle. But that's not optimal. You don't want to have to shoot that shot if you can help it, you know. He's got a couple options with that 4-3. They're both so close to that side pocket. If he plays that just right, he might be able to set himself up to break that 7 out. Problem is he doesn't have a shot right now, you know? He's got to have a shot right now. And that's what I think he's going to get a jump stick probably and shoot that 5 ball. Be my guess. That's what I would do in this position. There's not much else to shoot. I mean, he could jump and hit the 3-4, but that doesn't help him. In fact, it hurts him by moving those away from the side where he might be able to break out his 7. So if he's going to jump or kick at something, I'd like it to be the 5 ball also. Yep, he's got the short cue out. Now he's got a snooker background, so it's kind of fun watching him jump with that snooker style stance he has. You notice he squares up to a shot. He doesn't stand sideways. That's mechanically correct. You know, it's the way snooker players learn to play. And you'll see most people from the UK play like that. They square up to the shot. See, when he shoots a jump shot, though, he can't square up. He's got to turn sideways to get that cue elevated. So it's got to feel a little different for him. Oh, well, he jumped it. You know, it was a good jump. He just missed the five. Just missed the five. He's going to give Frank ball in hand, which is always dangerous. Danger. Frank looks like he's lining up to break out his 15 ball right off the bat. It's not a bad move. That tells me he's planning on running out here. Otherwise, he wouldn't break out that 7 ball right now. But Frank's an aggressive shooter. You know, he's always on the offense. He doesn't play defense unless he has to. He'd rather try to win himself than leave it up to his opponent, you know, with a kick shot or something, which is smart. It's the way good players usually play. Oh, that was a good shot. He had to actually hit the 13 first. That's why the 13 moved faster than the 14. It was a good carom shot. He's looking good now. I think he can get shapes on the 10 ball is really the only thing down here by the 8. And I think he can get shapes off the 15 to shoot it short side. He might even come down and get shapes now to shoot it short side. Or he could play the 15 here with inside spin and come up and bump it, you know. He could give it a little bump ski. Or move the 8. Either way works. Good shot. So he'll shoot this in the corner with stun. The stun will take him off the rail just below the side pocket, just above the 8 ball, and then out to around the middle of the table for his next shot. He's putting top on it, and he shot it in the opposite corner I thought he was going to. I thought for sure he was going to shoot that in the upper right corner, but he shot it in the upper left corner and shaped his last ball nicely. So he's got to get on that 8. Little top inside action. Watch the scratch. Woo! And he's out. He's out, Jack. All right. That game is in the books. 1-0. And we're looking good here. Mr. Frank Reyes is up 1-0. Martin with that second ball break. Good looking spread. He made ball down here in the corner. And it's an open table after the break. And honestly, both sets of balls look pretty good here. This should be a run out, in my opinion. You know, everybody makes mistakes, and I make more than 90% of everybody else. So I know that this run out can be messed up. But just in general, from the commentator's booth, it's a damn good looking run out, you know? We'll see how Martin feels about it. He's going to take them solids, which is a good play. I like the solids maybe a little better. It's kind of preference. I mean, like I said, they both go out. Nice stun over to the 2 ball. How's he going to play this? He'll probably play this with straight top. Maybe and climb 2 rails up for the 6 in the other corner, or he could shoot the 3 in that corner or the 4 in the side. You know, it's a good safe. Oh, he's shooting the 3 first. He wants a different angle on that 2 ball maybe. No, he didn't even want the 2 ball. He wanted to come back for the 6. If he shoots the 6 here, he can roll forward and then get the 2 ball nice. He'll end up perfect on the 2 ball with an angle to come up for the 4. You just got to figure out that 7-1. I don't like leaving the 7 and the 1 for last because they're so close together. You got to make one and shape the other one. That can get hairy sometimes. I like taking one of those earlier in the match and then coming back for the other one last if you want, you know. But you leave them both until the end, you're just asking for trouble. Like RoboCop said, there will be trouble. Alert. Red alert. Martin's thinking about it right now. You can tell he's a smart player, you know. He thinks about his shots. He plays pretty intelligent pool. So I've no doubt he's already looked at the 7-1 and thought to himself, man, I don't want to say both those for last. But sometimes you have to, if there's no good way to get rid of one of them earlier in the match, you kind of have to. Now this angle, if he wants to shoot them both at one after the other, this is a good angle to do it. He can actually shoot the one with a little spin and bump the 7 a little further away from the cue ball. And I would put right spin on this because when it hits the 7, the cue ball will go to the right and create a little more gap between the 7 and the cue ball. Like that. He hit it a little hard though, and now he jammed up the 7 and he can't see the 4, so he's really in trouble here. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's really in trouble. He can hit the 7, but he doesn't really want to do that because if he doesn't make it, all he does is open up Frank's ball. And he can't hit the 4 without, he's looking at a hero shot here because even if he makes this, shaping the 4 is extremely difficult. He's looking at playing it off of Frank's, the 11 ball? Playing it off of Frank's 11 ball into the side pocket. Excuse me, guys. This is what I like to call a hero shot, right? Because it's one of those shots you know it's probably not going to go in, but it could. So you give it a try. You bet the farm. He's betting the farm, all 200 acres. Oh, he almost made it. But since he bet the farm and missed it, he'll be sleeping on the streets tonight, Frank should finish his rack up, I bet. So I like starting with the 14 here, but he can also start with the 11 and create some distance between the 9 and 10 ball. Start with the 11 with bottom and just bump the 9 towards the side pocket. Or you could start with this 14 ball and then shoot the 11 next. I like either way. Okay, he shaped himself for the combo. He's going to shoot the 9-10 combo, which is a fine shot. Nothing wrong with that, as long as he has the right angle. Yeah, which he did. Well done. Well done, Frank. Well done. This is where I differ. I would shoot the 13 first and use the 11 to get back over to the 12 because it's less cue ball movement. He went up and down off that top rail, which is fine. When you're feeling good, it doesn't matter because you trust your speed and everything. But, less cue ball movement for me equates to less chance of error. So I would have played the 13 first, but it doesn't really matter to him. He's getting out. Left himself a good cut here with an angle to drift up for the 8. With an angle to drift up for the 8. Oh, and he missed the shot. That's pretty surprising right there. Pretty surprising, I say, old chap. Pretty surprising. Martin's happy about it. He's got a little smirk. He's up there chalking his stick. He didn't expect to get another shot, but here he is at the table with a chance to do damage. So I'm over there at the bar waiting for the loser of this match, I believe. Waiting for the loser of this match. Or I think I'm getting ready to play my my match before the loser of this match. I can't remember. Spoiler alert, because that match wasn't on camera. I did win that match and end up playing the loser of this match. All right, 1-1. We got ourselves a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a ball game. Frank broke. He made a ball. Looks like he made a stripe, but he can shoot whatever he wants. He can shoot whatever he wants. Let's see what he decides to go with here. He's got a shot at the 2 ball. He may have a shot at that 3 ball. I can't tell. And if he wants stripes, he could shoot either the 13 up in the corner, it looks like, or maybe the 12, that purple stripe above the 5. He might be able to shoot one of those. But I think solids are the way to go because the opening shot is tough on a stripe. There are a couple, but they're difficult, so we'll see what happens. He wants that 3 ball, you can tell, but it must not go because he just looked at it and he wanted to shoot it and then backed off and he's going to shoot the 2. So I don't mind that because if he can get underneath that 3 ball, he can shoot the 4 back over into this corner, and that breaks all that stuff up. Almost cussed, guys. Almost did it. But I censored myself and caught myself and didn't do it. Getting better. My potty mouth is getting better. Imagine that. Knock that one in the side pretty easy. He's got the 7 ball, and he can roll down for the 4 in the other corner, but that doesn't solve the issue with the 3 ball. He could shoot the 4 in that upper, as we're looking at the table, it would be the right corner, the one straight to the right. He didn't get the right angle. I was going to say he could roll up and shoot the 3 to the upper left corner, but he's just going to break him out, because he didn't get the angle to really do that. Problem is, you break them out without knowing exactly what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to end up with a shot, and that's what happened to him here. He didn't end up with a shot. He threw caution to the wind, smashed the breakout, and didn't get any love with the shot. Now he's looking at the table thinking, what the frick can I do here, boy? He's looking at it thinking, man, don't know what to do now. There's really not a lot he can do looking at this table. I mean, even if he could, because he could kick at the 3 and have a good chance of maybe making it if he kicks at it. But even if he makes that, the 5 doesn't go anywhere. Unless it goes between, that's what he's looking at right now. Go between the 9, 10 and past the 13 into that corner. Man, that's tight. If it goes, it's like threading a needle. I'll tell you that right now. If he makes this, I'm going to be pretty surprised, I realize the camera doesn't show us all the angles correctly, but looking at this one, man, this is tough. It's tight if it goes. He played it off the 9, so it must not have went clean. That's why it didn't look like it. But he was playing it off the 9. Creative shot. Good try. Definitely a good try on that one. So Martin's back. If Martin finishes this rack, we have ourselves a winner, guys. And Frank's used to winning this tournament, so it's going to be a little shock for him. He's going to have to go home and get used to not winning this tournament. If that happens, we'll have to see. Martin's maybe a little nervous, he's taking his time, looking at the table. It's not a whole lot here, just choose a pattern, stick to it, and make sure you stay down and bear down on your shots. Don't second guess your pattern when it's wide open like this, because there's multiple ways you can get out. Just make sure whatever pattern you choose, you commit to it. Fully commit to it, trust your stroke, and make sure you bear down on your shot making. It's number one. Just make the shots when it's wide open like this. That's the number one rule that I don't follow, You guys should learn from my mistakes, because I always miss a ball and bobble a pocket when it's wide open like this. And I know better too. I just can't help myself, Can't help myself sometimes. I like to miss. I'm a born misser. I'm a quitter. I quit on the out. Meanwhile, Martin doesn't seem to be a quitter. He's got it calm, collected. He's playing a little slow, which I think is maybe just the way he plays, I only watched him play a couple matches, so he maybe just plays slow. I don't know if the nerves are really getting to him a ton. We'll see. There are some nerves in any tournament, even a small tournament, when you get towards the end of it, because you want to win. The nerves don't come from status or prestige or money. They come from your want, your inside want to win, You want it. You want to win that tournament. And then you put nerves on yourself. You put stress on yourself and make it harder than it has to be sometimes. But that's human nature. We all do it. We all do it. Oh, see, left himself. This is a tester here, boy. Woo! Rail to rail, steep little cut. 8 balls on the rail. And this is the hill game. Yep, this is a pressure shot. Let's see if he clutches up. If he clutches up, that's game over. If not, then it's probably still game over, because Frank will probably finish this out if he doesn't win. He clutched up and got it. Good job, Martin. Appreciate everybody watching out there. Thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.